three different fish fingers. So we have their cheapest, their mid-range, and their so-called gourmet one. Now the prices vary quite a bit. I'll put those on the screen. And also, I mean, the first two cheapest ones, as you can see, don't really vary very much at all in the way they look. They look almost identical, but the gourmet one on the end there, well, yeah, it's quite clear. That one is much chunkier. You only get 8 in the box compared to the 10 in both other boxes. So yeah, let's see if my guesswork is right. So cheapest, bit mashed, maybe not so much flavour. Middle, kind of like the average bird's eye, bit of flaky fish, slightly better taste than the cheapest. And then the gourmet, something quite special as fish fingers go. Let's see. Right, so our cheapest option first. Let's go. I did all these in the air fryer for 12 minutes, by the way. They've got a nice crunch on the outside, but still soft on the inside. So I haven't had the cheapest range fish fingers in quite a long time, because usually you can get like bird's eye on a really good deal. And so I haven't really found it's worth it, because usually I find like bird's eye would be a lot better. But what's really surprised me is they, obviously you can look at the ingredients and see they haven't got much fish content in them, but they actually have a surprisingly fishy taste. The golden crumb's quite nice. There's a bit of seasoning in there. That is not bad at all. That is better than I was expecting. Can I have another bite? Yeah, for the price, 10 fish fingers for 80p. That is not bad at all. It is more minced fish. I mean, as you can probably see inside, and you kind of taste a little bit like you're eating minced fish, but not quite as much as I was expecting. Not bad. Pleasantly surprised, I have to say. Let's try the middle range. So let's see inside first, actually. You can see it looks a bit more like flaky fish. Yeah, so if that sort of flaky fish texture is important to you, you do slightly get a bit more of, oh, I'm eating a bit of fish in here than the previous one. But in terms of taste, they taste very, very similar in terms of the seasoning, in terms of the crumb on the outside. As you can see, they look so similar. Yes, you feel the tiniest bit like you're getting a bit more fish, because they don't actually have a great deal more fish than the previous one. And this is the only one that got stuck to the tray and took a bit off for some reason. But to be the honest answers, I don't think there's too much difference. There's practically nothing difference in flavour, and there's just a slight difference in texture, and you get slightly more fish, which, you know, it is a good thing if you're having fish, because it's nutritious. But you're not going to be getting the most nutrition from these kind of fish fingers, are you, anyway? So very, very close, I have to say. Now the gourmet one in all its mighty, look how chunky this thing is. Right, what you see there is promising. Actual thick flakes of fish. I'm hoping this is going to be really nice. So yeah, I'll start with the obvious. That has a lot more fish content. Overall, that is far nicer than the previous two, far nicer, probably about 10 times. And that is because the fish inside tastes really nice. Really, really nice, thick bit of fish. It had this nice sort of fresh and juicy feel, was not dry at all. And then you've got the crumb is slightly better than the other two. It's a basic crumb. It does what it should do. It's got a little bit of flavour to it. It's just slightly more pleasant to eat than the other two as well, I would say. But the real winner is the fish, and as you can see, you've literally just got a big bit of fish in there. It's more like having a small battered bit of fish or a small breadcrumbed bit of fish. Yeah, I mean, you can see how big that is inside. It's clearly, for me, hands down the nicest out of the three. There's no strong flavouring of any particular type, like you sometimes get with these gourmet things. They like mess around a bit more with the herbs and whatnot. But do you know what? I guess it's just trying to be a basic fish finger, but a higher quality one. Hands down the best, but I will say one thing. I wouldn't say it's worth the money that Sainsbury's are asking for it. For that price, you could get some nice fillets of fish, and, you know, they'll be much bigger, and you'll get a lot more better value for your money. If you were having these regularly, that would get very expensive with the gourmet ones. As a treat, every now and then, yeah, you know, go for these. I mean, they are better if you know, if they're in your budget, go for them. but I don't think they're quite worth the money, as nice as they are. If you could get them on a deal, then that may be your best option.